Okay. So we spent the last couple of days, at least the last couple of class days, creating three-dimensional models of two different molecules. Okay? We did water and we did CO2. So here's what you need to be able to do and what you need to know about those models. You need to write this down. Three-dimensional models.
Ooh, nice, bro. That's nasty, right? Yeah. I like that. I can't see you from here. Yeah. Mister, do you guys take notes yesterday?
Some, a little bit, not a lot. I sent a copy of it. I sent a copy of it.
I didn't get it.
Okay.
Bless you.
Hey, dear.
Bro, you have some of the hot fish things ever. Fuck up. Yeah.
Yes.
Mate. Dude. She got crimped at, yeah. Sorry. It's migrating back there, my man.
Okay, can we not talk about that right now? Concentrate on this, please. Yes, you can use the restroom. You can use the restroom. Okay. Yep. You must. Well, I'm trying to wait for everybody to calm down so I can be heard without having to raise my voice. But now that everybody has gotten quiet, I can do that. So the three-dimensional models of molecules. There are two different kinds. You must, among the things you must be able to do, is you must be able to draw a reasonable representation of, and the first type of three-dimensional model is a stick model. Okay, so this is the stick model for water. That's the stick model for CO2. And the other type of model you must be able to draw reasonable representations for is the bonds in these molecules. And that's what we did with the balloons. We made drawings of the bonds. Missing. Yeah. The bond drawings include lone pair electrons.
Did I say molecules?
Yes, molecules. Okay. So the bonds between hydrogen and oxygen are called sigma bonds. In water, anyway. Yes. Do I have an eraser? I do. Erasers require a deposit of $1. Yep. No, I don't have any lead. If what you mean when you say, do I have any lead, is, do you mean pencil lead? Because I do have lead, but that won't go on a pencil. Don't throw things in class.
I'm so sorry.
No. You are not forgiven.
Oh, man, come on. you have a pencil? I just realized my list was
That's positive $3, I guess. Hey, I got you, Petra.
So, Mr. Tedder,
Yes.
you know what paintball gun is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so pretty much them tanks, all of this is the same thing as carbon dioxide?
Yeah.
The propellant for a paintball gun is compressed CO2.
I know,
It's been squeezed down into a smaller space than it normally would take up. And so when you release that pressure, then it expands in a hurry and pushes the paintball out the barrel.
Is that poisonous? Like,
CO2?
because where I work at, it's like there's a little CO2 sign, and you close the door, and I close it behind me, but nothing happens.
Well, technically, from a scientific point of view, carbon dioxide is not considered poisonous. However, if there's so much CO2 in the room, it pushes out all the oxygen. So you don't die of poisoning, you die of suffocation.
Talking about like when you cover yourself up and then you
Yeah.
and you be like,
Yeah. Now, carbon monoxide is poisonous.
what's the difference?
Carbon dioxide has how many oxygens?
2,
Carbon monoxide has how many oxygens?
1.
I mean, that would take me a long time probably to explain how they work in your body, and I don't think we need to go there today. All right, so then the balloon model you did for the carbon dioxide, you had an oxygen and a carbon and an oxygen. And then you had these bonds between the carbon and oxygen that look like this. And then you had a second bond between the carbon and the oxygen. Each carbon and each oxygen had a second bond. So one of the bonds, or the second bond, does this kind of thing. And then the other bond going to the other oxygen, so I'm going to do that. Goes like that. And then you had the lone pairs in these kind of spaces. So this was carbon dioxide here.
Why can't those on this side be drawn like these on this side?
Why does this over here can't be drawn like this?
The big balloons on this side, why can't they drawn like the big balloons?
Okay, because if your balloon model is set up properly, you can see that the angle between these two balloons and these two are at 90 degrees. So I've tried to draw them to show them at 90-degree angles from each other.
So if we draw one, it's like both of them looking the same.
Well, I'm not expecting you to be a perfect artist.
You're not here on our side.
Okay. Why are these balloons like this and these like this?
Yeah.
I'm explaining that. Notice that these two go in this direction and these two go in this direction. And the
But they're still right beside each other.
huh?
They're still right beside each other.
Yeah, they are beside each other, but they're beside each other at 90 degrees to each other. And that's what this drawing is attempting to show. Yes.
Do you see how like one of them stick out? Like the pink one? You put so much in.
This one?
No, like the pink one, like the long one.
This.
Yeah, do you know how they stick out and like the blue ones don't?
Well, they're not that far, that much different. Besides, I think this one's losing a little air and it's kind of pinching it in a bit.
Alright, I got another question. Is that a D right there?
Is it a what?
Is that a D?
Here?
The D, no, like, it's DC and then O. No, it's not.
No.
Is O here?
This is a carbon dioxide, C and two O's here.
Oh, this one.
Is that what you're asking? Why do you need to know that? No, I haven't finished yet. That's just the first place I started.
After we get our report card, do we change classes?
Do you what?
No, we don't.
Classes?
I couldn't hear you because somebody was talking when you were.
Change classes.
Tomorrow? I mean, next week?
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to handle report cards next week. They have been giving it out in grad class, but they've been scaling that back a little bit, so you might get it in second period. That's what they used to do it.
You would change classes like.
Oh, no. You don't change classes till after Christmas. Not unless you have a 1 quarter class, like government econ, you'll change those classes.
So how come I change my class tomorrow then?
What?
How come mine changes tomorrow then?
I'm changing tomorrow too.
Are you saying you're not going to be in chemistry after tomorrow?
No, I'm saying I'm not going to be in my fourth period this anymore.
And what was your fourth period class?
Integrated Ag.
I don't know. There's apparently there's different some classes are 1 quarter classes.
'Cause I
Okay,
took that
this
class
is a
in
2
ninth grade.
quarter class.
Cause I took that class in 9th grade, but like the name changed, but it's the same class.
Okay, this is a 2 quarter class. If it's a 1 quarter class, then you're going to change
So it's
class.
not like whole semester.
Yes. Okay, must be able to identify the bonds and lone pairs in the bond drawings. This is a bond, and this is a bond. The lone pairs in these drawings, in this drawing anyway, is here and here. In the CO2 model, we have a bond here, and we have one more bond between carbon and oxygen. This is all the same bond here. 2 parts of the same bond. You have to know that and be able to label it as such. Okay, and here, this is a bond, and there's another bond between the carbon and the oxygen. Okay, then we've got lone pairs here and here, and lone pairs here and back on the back side.